Hey folks, what's up? Lex here, and today I've got something very exciting to talk about. It's a brand new football game for the PC called Legend Bowl. Now this is still a work in progress, so keep that in mind, but I was sent a beta code from the developer, King Havo, who you may know on Twitter, and maybe you've even seen this game on Twitter. Well, I actually got my hands on it, and I wanted to talk about it here today. So I know a lot of you are going to say, well, why not console? It's Steam for now because that's probably the easiest way to do this. Getting on console is a whole nother beast, and I'm pretty sure that Havo wants to get on console, but it's going to take some support from the community to get it to that point. But for now, at least we have a new football game on Steam. And the other thing is, right now as I'm shooting this video, it's not available in early access yet, but I will link it in the description below when it becomes available for early access. What I got to play was a beta version, so again, still very much a work in progress. With that being said, why I'm so optimistic is because despite it being a work in progress, despite it needing some tuning and stuff like that, it's fun to play. So this game is retro inspired, it has pixel art, Legend Bowl kind of summons the name of maybe Tecmo Bowl, but it's more like the Super Nintendo Madden games, but fun to play. Now don't get me wrong, I played those Super Nintendo Madden games when I was a kid and played them for hours and hours on end, but they were slow, they weren't necessarily all that fun to play. This game, however, is faster, it takes more skill, and it's just fun to play. There were several times where I'm like, oh my god, this guy just got his helmet knocked off, or this guy dove for an interception. It's exciting despite being a 2D pixel football game. That's why I'm really kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because I have been following this project for a long time as Havo has posted updates and videos on developing the game, and I wanted this to be good so bad because I want Havo to succeed really badly. But ultimately, if the game isn't fun, it's not fun, and you have to say the truth about that. Well, I could say the truth that I had fun with this game. Now, this is actually kind of a challenging game to play at times too. You definitely have to get used to some of the controls, some of the buttons, the way you throw the football, timing, all that kind of stuff. It takes some getting used to, and there's a training camp mode in there to allow you to get used to it before you hop into a game if you want to. There's actually a tutorial the first time you try to play a game as well. So there are things that are pretty difficult, like kicking a field goal is pretty difficult, but once you play a few games, you kind of get the hang of it, and it becomes an acquired skill basically, which is actually very exciting for a sports game, because we're always complaining about how there's no real skill involved, and it's not complicated in this game. Essentially, with kicking, there's a meter that goes back and forth. You have to stop it at the right moment, and then you have to hold the button down to power the kick and hope that it has the right trajectory. Throwing the football is a similar kind of thing. You have to hold down the button, and if you hold it down too long, you're going to lose accuracy. It's a really simple but very smart mechanic that you can use to kind of separate skills. And of course, ratings do seem to matter in this game. You have bronze star players, silver star players, and gold star players. Some of you will remember that system from All Pro Football, and it really does make a difference if you are a bronze star quarterback against a gold star defender or defense, because the whole side of the football has ratings as well. So the defense will have a rating out of 5, the offense will have a rating out of 5. Picking a team that has a poor offense and putting them against a team that has a really good defense is going to put you in for a pretty rough day. There's also customization options in this game, so there are a ton of teams to choose from already in there, and they're all fictional, and really what you're looking at is changing the colors of the jerseys and the helmets and the socks and stuff like that. You can't create your own teams. at least not yet anyway. I don't know if that's going to be something in the future they add in, but for now, customization is awesome because if you have a favorite team, let's say, based on their logo, but you don't like that their helmets are gold, you can turn them to red or vice versa or whatever. And everything is, pixel art, so it's very kind of simple to do. It's not super complicated. The ease of access with this game mixed with the skill needed to play the game is very refreshing. I do think that there are things that could be tightened up. I think there are maybe too many bobbles going on right now. I think there are, things that could be sped up in the cutscenes and stuff like that. And that's all feedback that will go to Havo as he continues to improve the game. I think that's why I'm so excited too, is because this is in early access. And yes, it's almost complete, but it's still being worked on. Like, this isn't like, oh, here you go, this is what you get. This is something that is going to continue to be worked on. There's also a career mode in the game. It's not complete yet, so I didn't dive too far into it, but it looks promising. You've got stuff like improving facilities, your basic stuff like trades and injuries. You've got a newspaper to tell you about league news, which is very nice to have. So the foundation is there for a fun experience as you take over a coaching position of a team and try to work your way through, I'm guessing, multiple seasons here and see how you can do. But again, that's still very much a work in progress, so we'll have to wait and see exactly on how that turns out. But I'm here to say that this is an exciting prospect for people who have been looking for an alternative for a football game. And yes, I would like the game on the Switch. I think it's a perfect fit for the Nintendo Switch. But in order to get that done, we have to support the Steam version. So if you're interested in this, if you watch this video and you're like, wow, that looks interesting, look the game up on Steam, Legend Bowl, add it to your wish list, follow Havo on Twitter, and check out everything Legend Bowl there. Show them your support. If you're excited for this game, which you should be because it is a very fun football game that has a lot of potential to be even better than what I've played. Let me tell you about Havo. He's a guy who was not happy with the current landscape of football games and not only voiced his opinion, but actually went out, invested his time and his money and his just overall being into making this football game and actually making an alternative instead of just doing what a lot of us do and talk about it, which is fine. It's good to talk about that stuff, but actually going out and making an alternative football game is very impressive and I think deserves a lot of support. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about Legend Bowl, how it looks, and if you're excited to play it. I know the Steam is going to be a barrier for some people. Check out the Steam link. It's super cheap. I think you can get it super cheap these days, which allows you to basically stream your PC to your TV, and you can play it on your TV and all that good stuff. But the only way we're going to get this on consoles is if we support it now. That's just kind of how it works, and believe me, I think this is definitely worth supporting. Give the video a like to help share this game around and maybe post it on social media. Let other people know about Legend Bowl and hit the subscribe button for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Lex signing off.